Hi you guys, I'm back today with a video on a collection that I was not expecting. I actually kind of thought that the next launch from this brand was going to be an eyeshadow palette or something like that. So when this dropped, I was surprised. She got me good. The brand that I'm talking about is Jaclyn Cosmetics, and the launch that I'm talking about is the Bougie Rouge collection. I know some people have not liked the packaging, but I like it a lot. I personally thought it was really cute. I'm going to show you just pieces that I've got here, and I've got a lot here. So this is what both of the palettes boxes look like. There are two different ones. This one is Rouge Romance, and I think the other one is like Rouge Affair. Am I right? Am I wrong? Yes, okay. So this is what both the boxes look like. I think they're really cute. The floral moment, the handwriting, I like it. I think it's really adorable. This is the warm toned one, and this is the cool toned one. I'm going to show you what the palettes look like in just a second. These are each $45. She actually did have a bundle price, but it still did not come with the box. Now, I'm just going to say this right now. I personally hope in the future that she will continue to take advice and hopefully offer everything bundled with a PR box. I definitely would have picked it up. I would have picked up the PR boxes for some of the other launches as well. I personally really like them. I would display them because my name is also Jaclyn and it's spelled the same way, and that's pretty rare in all reality. So the inside of each of those, well, this is what the palette looks like. It looks just like the box, except for this is raised up on the surface. Really nice. I actually really like the back too. So it's really cute. This is Rouge Affair, and this is kind of the cool tone palette, though I still think it's kind of a warm cool, if that makes sense. And there are some really nice like mauve tones, still kind of a warmish, coolish pink, a very interesting fuchsia kind of shade. I think they're really great because I think they definitely span all the skin tones. If you're very fair, you can wear this, and if you're very deep, you can wear this, in my opinion. And for me, I think that's really cool that she chose to go that route. Even if you're very fair like I am, you can still make use of the deeper shades. Just dapple in very, very carefully. And if you are a deeper skin tone, I think that if you do the same and maybe use it as a blush topper, you're going to get a beautiful effect. That's just my thoughts. And then this one is Rouge Romance, and this is the one that immediately I was going to get. I was actually not going to get Rouge Affair, and then, I have a problem. I really love blush. I'm like having a blush moment right now. Every single color in this palette, I love. I adore. I think they're great. I actually think she's done a really nice job with her blush formulation. I personally like the duos that she released initially, so I was kind of surprised that there was more blushes being released. I actually really was. I thought, you know, that kind of had it covered. Do we need those? Not necessarily, but am I happy to have them? Kind of a little bit I am. So those are really nice, but I would have to say, I think the actual stars of the show, I don't know, those are pretty great too. I actually really like everything in this collection except for one thing, and it's not that I dislike it, it's just not my favorite personally. But these right here, these are the cream blushes, and these are $22 each, and I adore them. So this is the packaging. Let me grab those. I got two different shades. I got Swoon and I got Overruled. I don't know why that one was hard for me to remember. I think the packaging is really great. I like that she used the color that's indicative of what's inside. That is helpful to me. I actually think that's really cool. These are phenomenal. Let me just say, do not keep them in a warm area. I think if you do, they will probably melt, I'm guessing, because they are extremely emollient. I'm going to show you each of these, but I accidentally stuck my nail into this, and it's forever damaged. And it was like slicing through butter. It was crazy easy to do. So just be extremely careful. Like, if you drop this, it's going to definitely take a chunk out of it, in my opinion. But it is beautiful, and you can either make it this dark or you can just pat it out and it's going to diffuse beautifully. I really, really like these. I think that she did a great job formulating these. They actually turn to a powder, so it's strange. They're cream to powder, which I know that's not that strange, but it's kind of strange to me. So I really like these. That was the shade Overruled, and then this is the shade Swoon, which is like, I'm feeling oranges. I know that may not be your jam, but I feel like for summer, oranges just like, yes. This is kind of an orangey coral, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it all day. The one thing I'd like to find out is if these are lip safe. Does anybody know? If so, let me know down in the comments because I'm really curious. The next thing that I got was the Moonlight Rouge, and this is the box it comes in, and I got the shade Loverboy. I actually wanted a few of them. I thought they all looked pretty cool, but they were more expensive, so I was like, okay. And this is like another orangey shade. Now, there was another orangey shade, and I think it was like Love of My Life, and I really wanted that one too, but they were so similar that I kind of felt like, okay, I'll just get one, and maybe eventually they'll have a sale, and I will scoop them on up. And this is gorgeous. And be careful, it can look really pigmented when you first put it down, but it does blend out really nicely again. So that's kind of the shade that I got. Oh, I am feeling it. You guys will get to see me apply all of these. I really like the different tones, the different textures. I think they layer really nicely. Like, I put this over the top of Swoon. I definitely think you could use it again, maybe over the top of like this shade right here. Like, oh, it would be so nice. I want to do that now. That's the thing that's great about the blush palettes, is that you can mix and match, and that's what I did, and that's what I will continue to do. I really like doing that. The very last thing was the lip cushion, and this is like a liquid lipstick, and I got the wrong color because I'm not really a pink fan, and they're all kind of pink toned, but there was one that was a little more neutral pink-ish toned, and I got the wrong one. This is actually the shade Last First Kiss, and it is beautiful, but it's not my favorite shade personally, and this is $18. Again, this packaging matches the color of the actual tube. I think that's really nice, but for me, this is what it reminds me of. Okay, it reminds me of several different things at this point. So back in the day, Makeup Geek had a like plush kind of formulation, and that's what this reminds me of. Along with recently, Kaleido's kind of released a formulation that's like this as well. So if you do like both of those formulations, you will probably like this a lot. It is really nice, but I feel like it kind of almost blurs out too much, if that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe it's just because the color wasn't to my taste. Maybe if it was more in my range, I would like it better. But for me, this is the only thing I wasn't like, oh yay, I'm definitely really happy I got it. For me, I'm like, meh, I could do without it. So the colors that I'm wearing today, in case you're curious, on my lips, I've been using lip products a lot. This is actually the shade Bourbon, and this is Truth, and that's what I've got on my lips right now. I did top it with the Glam Light Michaela gloss. This is in the lightest color. It is so pretty, and I like the way it looks together. I think she did a really good job with these formulations. So if you're looking for maybe different colors, I would check this line out instead, because it is stunning, and I have no complaints about the colors. I think that she did a phenomenal job with those personally. So in any case, I'm going to go ahead and swatch both the palettes. I'm going to go ahead and probably swatch everything that I've got here for you. I used the majority of this. I used both of these. I used this. I used a bunch of shades in the palettes. I did this as well. So you get to see all of that. And if you're interested in seeing it, just keep watching, and I'll be back at the very end for my final thoughts. Starting in Rouge Affair, this is the shade Fantasy. It's a really nice neutral pink shade. This is the shade French Kiss. A nice kind of orangey coral pink shade. This is the shade Living Lavish. And that's kind of a red toned rose shade. Admirer. And that's a really beautiful kind of pink with a slight tinge of red to it. Dainty. That's almost a hot pink, but not quite. The shade in this is Forever. And that is a beautiful, like, bright fuchsia shade. Into Rouge Romance, this is the shade Boudoir. And that is a really interesting, slightly orange-red shade. It is called Tea Room. And that is a beautiful orange shade. Oh my gosh, like, I'm so enamored with that. It does have a slight bit of red to it. It is called Tempting. And that is like a reddish orangish toned pink shade. It's awesome. The shade is called Fancy Pants. And that's kind of a corally orange shade. The next shade is called Pretty Posh. And that's kind of an orangish pinky shade as well. The last shade is called Ever After. And that's a beautiful red shade with a slight hint of pink to it. Okay, wish me luck. I kind of suck at this, and I put it at the wrong end of my arm. This is the shade Swoon. Oh, okay, we didn't do so terrible. I said we. I moved to a different perspective. That is a beautiful kind of like pumpkin orange shade, actually. And I'm telling you what, you guys, on the cheek, it is dope. Overruled. Oh my gosh, look how gorgeous that is. I need to know if these are lip safe. Like, I need to know. Because I need to know. Like, seriously, how gorgeous of a lip would that make? It's like a reddish, rosy mauve with a bit of gray to it. I freaking love it. Oh, this is gonna work. I'm sorry. This is like in a clump on my finger, but this is the shade Loverboy. Okay, that went better than I thought it was going to. Okay, alright, alright. And it kind of reminds me of this a little bit. These two together, I think, look phenomenal. That is all the cheek products I got from the Bougie Rouge collection, you guys. And personally, I think it's incredible. I think she did a great job. Alright, you guys, I am back, and I want to give you my final thoughts, which apparently include all the hand gestures. And that's like a real problem I have. I cannot talk to anybody without using my hands. If I had to sit on them, we'd have issues. So, in any case, I'm going to start with the blush palettes first. These are both $45 a piece, and they are gorgeous. This is the outer, well, this is the palette packaging. The outer packaging looks very similar to that. It's more of a flat type of thing, and I really like it. I think it's neat that it has the colors on the top of it in case you want to store it with the boxes. For me personally, I think she did a really good job of picking these color stories and making them so that they would be inclusive for everybody. I really feel like no matter what skin tone you are, you're going to find shades that you can use, and you can use different ways. I'm sure that you can use these as eyeshadows as well. Here's something I'd like to see from brands, all brands across the board. I'd love to see them put on packaging if it's safe to use on all areas of your face. I mean, you would assume if you're putting it on your cheeks, you could use it on your eyes, but your eyes are more sensitive, so holler at your girl if you know. I really want to know. This is the Rouge Romance palette, and this is probably my favorite. If I had to pick between the two, I think this would be it. Why? Because I'm a warm blush person. I'm that girl. I like yellow blushes. I like orange blushes. I like coral blushes. I like peachy blushes. That's kind of like my go-to if I could pick every day. But I kind of really love like these fruity punch kind of shades. Now, these two look very similar to me. I've not got to use either one of those, but I will be swatching it. This looks like it has a little bit more of an orange undertone, and this looks like it has a little bit more of a pinky red undertone. So they are different, but they are kind of similar. So I'm like, I would have maybe like to see that be a little bit different, but it is still beautiful. And then in the Rouge Affair palette, like, this is beautiful. She did a great job. I feel like this is perfection for a cool toned palette, more or less, for all skin tones. I think this is beautiful. So those are, for the price, I feel very, very good. The textures are wonderful, and they blend out very easily. Moving on to the cream blushes, these, I think they might be my favorite out of everything. Maybe. They're $22 a piece. I love them. Just be careful when you're using them, because if you bump into them or you get them too warm, I think they will melt or break off very easily. However, that risk is still worth it to me, because I feel like they just work beautifully. Now, I didn't apply them with my fingers, but I think I easily could have. So if you don't like using brushes, I think you'll be just as happy with them not on a brush or with a sponge, for instance. So this is the shade Overruled. Really like that. Swoon is probably my favorite. Maybe. I don't know. I like them both. I think they're very gorgeous in different ways. So definitely, I hope that she will expand this whole range, because I think she did a really good job with it. The next thing is the Moonlight Rouge. I love that she put the color on here. I don't like the Raised J, though. It makes it hard to store with other things. I get it. It's cute, but I'm kind of like, you've already got your name on there. I don't need the J, personally. I do like that it's got the color, but storage, man. Storage. So in any case, I think this is beautiful. When you put it on, if you go too heavy, don't be afraid. You can actually blur it out. It seriously blends out very easily. So if you put too much in one spot, don't worry, it will diffuse out. If you're really concerned about it, maybe take your foundation brush or sponge and just pat over that area, and you won't even be able to tell. It's fine. It doesn't like layer strangely or anything like that, at least in my opinion. So definitely like that. And the very last thing is the lip cushion. I do like it, kind of. I don't like the color personally for me. It just doesn't look good on me in my opinion. And the formula is good, but I think it's almost too blurred out, if that makes sense. I like something that is a little bit more defined. That's really a strange comment to like make, but I think if you watch the video and you've seen me apply that, you'll see the difference between like this and that, in my opinion. But I think maybe if I could try it in a different color range, I might like it better, but right now that's just kind of where I'm sitting on it. So, in any case, some things I think that she definitely did better was actually taking the time to make bundles. I do wish there would have been some customization available in those bundles, but I like that she sold the whole thing as a group and then as 2 other bundles. I thought that was really nice. I would really like to see her sell the PR boxes, because for me, like I said, because my name is the same and it's spelled the same, I think it'd be really cool to display that kind of stuff. But hopefully she will hear that kind of feedback. I know a lot of people have asked for it and do it with the next one. It seems at least like she's taking the time to care about what people are saying, so we'll see about that. And I'm really hoping that the next launch will be an eyeshadow palette. Like, I don't need any more blushes. I don't need any more lip products. Okay, I always feel like I need more lip products, but I really want an eyeshadow palette from her. I want to see what she's got with that. Or maybe some foundation or something. But more than anything, I'm looking forward to an eyeshadow palette that is Jaclyn Cosmetics. Not Morphe and Jaclyn Hill. Jaclyn Cosmetics. Holler at your girl. I'm ready to see it. Anyway, I really hope that this video was helpful to you guys. If it was, make sure you leave a comment down below. Like this video, subscribe, and ring the bell for future updates. Don't forget, if you're subscribed, there will be a giveaway coming up once I hit 2,000 subscribers on both here and my Instagram. So definitely follow along for your chance to win. It's a great giveaway, in my opinion. Personally, I would love to win that stuff. So, like, that's where I'm sitting. So in any case, I do hope to see you subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.